Good morning, sunshine. Man, what a beautiful morning. Well, guys, this is the first day, or the first time, that I'm actually using my tractor for a company electrical job. You know, I bought this tractor for a lot of different reasons, you know, for around the house and so on, but thinking in the back of my mind that I might need it for an electrical job. Usually when we put in electrical lines, it's small jobs that we dig by hand, but this one is a power feed conversion from overhead to underground going to an outbuilding. And I could have rented a trencher, but I thought, you know, I already have this tractor with the trenching bucket. I'm gonna use the BXpanded trenching bucket for the first time and give it a go and see how it works out. So let's head to the job and let's get this thing done. All right, guys, here's the job. We got to convert this overhead line that's really too low anyway, that the tree is growing around and is damaged, and we're going to put it underground. We do have a marking of a power line we're going to be crossing. The line locator said that the line's about 3.5 feet deep, and we're only going 2 feet deep, so we should be good to go. We are going to have to try to tunnel under this sidewalk, which I have a plan for that. But we're going to start by trimming some tree limbs and get after it. What I'm doing here, guys, is just raking back the mulch, kind of defining my trenching path and clearing the area so I can put the mulch back after we do the trenching job. And we will also dig up some of the plants and set them aside to be replanted when we're done. Here I'm making my first use of plywood boards to actually pile the trench dirt on instead of just using the tarps that I typically use. The plywood makes it easier to pick up the dirt afterwards. Alright, guys, we got her pretty much prepped and ready to go on the dig. We're going to take our pathway just like this, tunnel under the sidewalk, and to the outbuilding. Let's fire up the tractor. I wish I would have got a little better video of this process, but what we're doing right here is we're setting up to push the 1.5 EMT conduit under the sidewalk. It went really well about halfway to 3/4 of the way through, and then it hit a big rock and it just stopped. And we had to hand dig on the house side of the sidewalk to expose the rock and get it out of the way, and then we were able to easily push it right on through. If you're doing a smaller trench and a smaller conduit, a lot of times you can just use a sledgehammer and pound it on through. Well guys, we got the trench dug. It's about 2.5 feet in depth. We're getting ready to put the wire in the ground, but under the sidewalk we were able to run 1.5 inch piece of conduit with the proper insulating bushings on each end going under the sidewalk. And now we gotta get the wire in there and carry on. The type of wire we're using here, guys, is called URD. It's made for direct burial to put right in the ground without conduit. We did push a conduit under the sidewalk just to be able to get under the sidewalk, and then once the wire enters the garage, it does go through a PVC conduit that's on the surface that goes over to the right of your picture here to where the breaker panel is. Well, that's a wrap, guys. The overhead is gone. It's underground. Everything's powered up and on. We did end up running into a sprinkler pipe, but I don't have the equipment to fix it, so we left it exposed. And the PVC sticking out of the ground there is just a marker, but they'll have to repair that. But other than that, not too darn bad. Took a little longer than what I had planned for, but that's how it goes.